very active social life back in Toronto, Illusion Lake, New Mexico was as mind-numbing as it could get. OMG! I knew spending the winter handling Dad's practice would have this effect. What are you hoping for? Are you kidding? I'm hoping to get out of here unscathed and return home a normal red-blooded and single lesbian. You know what they say about our mother? Carrie Ann O'Donnell was destined for bigger things. And that goes for her daughters, too. Even if I wanted to stay, Illusion Lake can't handle 3 lawyers, and I can't see Dad retiring anytime soon. It was easy to hear her sister's lighthearted laugh. A great improvement over whatever she was bitching about a moment ago. Kiva leaned over her chair to put her heels back on, but straightened up at the sight of dried grime covering the heels and toes. Groaning, she knew her careful egress through the muddy, unpaved parking out back was not as successful as she'd hoped. Maybe she should park out front from now on. Main Street parking tickets be damned. Grabbing a tissue, she dabbed at her expensive Italian slingbacks, brushing away much of the clay-like buildup. Of course I get all sorts of ideas around the perfect woman scenario, but it's silly. Amuse me, why don't you? Her sister suggested. Come on, why don't you ever just say out loud what you're looking for? I mean, you know what Mom says, you have to see it before you can have it. That's the thing. I don't want to see what I can't have. Besides, it's more about the type of woman. I'm restless all the time. It's not fair to settle down with anyone when I just can't keep still. You can't keep still because you haven't found the right woman, or as Mom would say, the one. Oh God, you do sound like her, Kiva warned her sister. Yeah, but maybe she's right this time. I mean, did you ever give it a try? I'm talking about going old school and really letting yourself see things the way she taught us when we were kids. Now it was her turn to huff. How do you think I got through law school and managed to pass the bar in 2 states and 1 province? Yeah, that was cool. Her sister seemed to sense she'd gotten off track. No, wait, don't change the subject. Let's do it now. Close your eyes and describe the perfect woman, the one who could settle your restlessness. Kiva felt a rush of heat at the thought. They were close, but no way was she close enough to talk about sex with her straight sister. Whoa, whoa, whoa there, knucklehead. I'm not talking about sex, and don't deny that's where your head went. Did not? Kiva laughed at herself. She sounded like a teenager. You're killing me here, you know that? Stop making excuses, for God's sake, and stop thinking about sex for 5 minutes. Lowering her head, she smiled. Her big sis always got her, even when she didn't understand herself. The truth was, much as she liked to play the field and pretend she wasn't into long-term relationships, things had gotten stale. It seemed like the more women she met, the more they were the same, cast from one of 3 molds: the fixer-uppers, the rescues, and the payment plans. The fixer-uppers were the women who were making a good living and settled in their careers, but usually at a cost. They needed attention in some area, like the Victorian houses in her neighborhood at home always needing fixing. Trim painted, windows replaced, something. She had long given up on the idea that any of those women wanted the updating or anything changed about themselves. If they had, they would have gone out and done it themselves. Of course, they were much easier to deal with than the rescues. Rescues could go on forever about their childhood wounds or how their last lover destroyed their confidence and trust and how the right woman could save them. She had long since decided these were not really women in pain, but nut bars whose needs were thinly disguised demands. They wanted everything without any responsibility or work on their part. After all, they would say, "You have to understand, I'm a victim," or some such crap. They clung to their victimhood like a badge of honor. At least the payment plans admitted up front they expected her to foot the bill, tend to their every whim. It would be one thing to be in a relationship and share the burdens of life, but a whole other thing to take on someone else's financial responsibilities simply because somewhere along the line they had decided that doing or contributing less made them somehow worth more. She never got it. Maybe it was how they were raised. As much as she and Shay joked that their mother was on the crazy side, she'd always insisted they understood they were responsible for themselves. Okay. Kiva gave in with just the right hint of dismissal. There was no need to let Shay know.